What's happening? This is your boy Mike Williams, and this is Breakthrough Kings. I help men break through their personal barriers, find passion, discover the purpose, all while leveraging the internet to create financial independence. This is our weekly show. We're here every Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, giving you real stories from a man's perspective. And tonight is going to be pretty cool because we're going to talk about money. It's Wealth Wednesday, and we're going to be talking about stock market investing. All right, good stuff. The market is crashing right now, so it's the opportunity of a lifetime to get in, start learning how to buy, how to sell, how to research, and all these different things. So I got a really good friend coming on tonight, Phil Snipes, and he's going to share some really good tips and tricks about how he's been able to use apps to do some research, buy and sell stocks, and so forth and so on. Guys, make sure you go to flow.page. That's flow.page/Breakthrough Kings, and follow all our social media. Just follow them all. Just subscribe, just like and follow everything. Do it. We appreciate you for doing it because we're here every night catering to the audience. So make sure you go to that page and subscribe. For all the men who are looking to break through their personal barriers, find passion, discover purpose, all while leveraging the internet to create financial independence, you should go to thehismethod.com. That's thehismethod.com. That's thehismethod.com and get your free video, your free audio to the His Method, where I break down my 3 fundamentals of the healing process, the internal voice, and how to create automated systems that create yourself some income. All right, now that we paid the bills, let's get to it. There's a lot going on in the marketplace right now. One big thing that's important is that we're about to have a shift in, we might have a shift in power in the White House in a couple of months, right? One party has, both parties have determined who's who of the parties, and they're going to be going at it for the next couple of months. And I'm saying that because things that happen politically affect what goes on in the stock market. So now's the time to definitely start paying attention to the news, so you can make some good purchasing choices, right? And own some stuff. Like, I think it's so cool that, you can own a piece of Apple. You can own a piece of Visa card, right? You can be an owner. A wise man and Dr. Claude in Powernomics says the smart thing to do is own 10%, right, of 10 companies, right? You might not own 10% of Apple, but if you can get your piece of the pie over time, it really, really, really could be a financial breakthrough for you, like for real, for real. All right, so I'm gonna stop yapping real quick. Let me go see if Phil's ready to rock and roll. I think he is. I'm going to add him here.
You hear me, Mike? You see me?
Oh, loud and clear.
Perfect, man.
Loud and clear.
Good, man. That was the type of pressure I needed last minute. Different devices, microphones not working, had to find a headset. Oh man.
That's how we do. It's just we break through, right? We break through. We get it done, right? we break through. We get it done. That's it.
Hey, bro, I felt like I was playing a sport just now. I was like, oh, all right.
I sent you that message. In 3 minutes, I'll be doing the timer.
I was like, oh, really? I was like, oh, okay. So I love it, man. I love it.
I appreciate you coming on, man. You're actually, to be honest, you're the first to do the double screen interview on the Breakthrough King. So you setting it off. This is something we're looking to do several times a week, bringing on other men that got, stories, powerful stories, great insights, tips and tricks on how other men can get their stuff together, either financially, physically, mentally, spiritually. So we appreciate you for us setting the tone and being one of the first to host the Breakthrough Kings. That's no pressure.
Very humbling, very humbling to know this. Thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely plan to make the most of everybody's time tonight. I don't want to really drag it on too long. I really want to just, get right down to the brass tacks. I know a lot of people start meetings and talk a lot about themselves at first. So, Mike, you're the director. I feel like what I want to go through tonight, just to kind of give everybody a synopsis or whatever you call it. I wrote it down, but yes,
A man with a plan. I love it.
Stock market is doing horrible currently. So even if you are in it and just trying to learn it, trust and believe this is the most volatile, disappointing, crazy, wild market that there's ever been. But the brilliant part about it is everything is at a massive discount, like you said. So those who could not participate before now are given the opportunity to jump in at a discounted price into stocks that, earlier this year in February. And I'll show you. And that's kind of one of the first screenshots I'm gonna just show on my phone really quick before I actually uploaded everything to my desktop. But, yes, politically, economically, viruses, you can see how well the market is by just looking at the stock market. So I'm gonna let this focus a little bit. I think my brightness is too up, and I'm not gonna show everything like this. I got everything uploading, but you see this big sloppy drop down right here? You see what day that was? March 19th?
Like somebody jumped right off the cliff.
Ooh, look at my nails, man. I gotta cut my nails. Anyways, but, you see what day it is? March 19th, right? Just dropped, right? Now, we all know around that time what was happening. Coronavirus was at an all-time high. Places were shutting down. So when you look at the market around that time, almost every business was at its complete top. And then people, got scared. They got uncertain, and all the markets dropped. That is a terrible thing for the market. The good thing for the non-investor or a person who's just starting is right now is a good time for you to get in there, maybe lose a couple of dollars, maybe gain a couple of dollars before it gets back to how strong it really was. And that's what brought my interest into the stock market. I've tried so many different things, but the stock market, I feel ultimately is a skill we're all going to have to learn. We're all going to have to figure out how to invest your money to make money, especially when you become too old to work. And that's kind of the end goal. A lot of people say, Phil, I want to make $1,000 to pay my rent in the stock market this month. And it's like, you don't even have any experience yet. I would not do such a thing. You know what I mean? That's why before we get started talking about all this, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't, I don't suggest to take trades or do the trades that I say. I'm more or less going to show you ideas and show you how things work, based on your own entries and exits. That's how you're going to make money on your own efforts. But I'm merely just giving you suggestions and give you things on an educational purpose. But to give you some credibility on what I have done, let's say you want to start with stock market with $0. You're like, Phil, I don't want to risk anything. I don't have money I want to start with $0. That's what I did. Yes, that's what I did. And I know I'm rambling a little bit. We're going to get into a lot of people are probably watching because they want to know. I told them earlier today, I'm going to show you how you take less than $100 and turn it into like $800 in 3 days in the stock market. So we'll immediately get to that because I know people just want to see that.
I don't have to find two who find two who find two, do I?
No. Okay, that's the whole point again too. Is okay. So I'm recruited out, bro. I am burnt out when it comes to recruiting. I have some recruit in me, but I don't have it like I used to have it. You know what I mean? So now I kind of I like things like the stock market or like Forex or like, just places where you can invest your money because you don't have to recruit nobody to make $1,000. I'm going to show it to you. You don't have to recruit not a single soul. All right. But to add the credibility. So I started with $0 when the pandemic happened. That's the wake up call for me with the stock market. I already had some savings, but I said, no, now it's time for me to be a little aggressive because the pandemic happened. It's a great opportunity. Can't pass up on it. I want to use my own money. Robinhood and Webull are the top two apps that I would suggest any newcomer to use. Robinhood is very user friendly. You will hear a lot of technical people talk so much trash about it because it's not very technical. Okay. Webull is a little bit technical. Webull, Webull, Webull. It's an app.
Like a bull market.
Like a bull, yeah, and yeah, just like that. Webull, and those two are great for beginners. They'll help you. Things like TD Ameritrade, Tastyworks, TradeStation. Those are very complicated and for experienced traders. But for a newbie, I would start off with Robinhood or Webull, and you'll be in good hands starting your first portfolio. So I started with $0, and I made $500 by using Robinhood's referral program. Now, Robinhood has a referral program where when you refer somebody to Robinhood and they get approved for an account, they'll give you a free stock, and you can keep getting free stocks up to $500. So you know me, that's the first thing that I did. I said, wait, hold on, before I put my money in this, let's use their money, right? So I want to show a screenshot. I got this from Robinhood, May 16th. It says, congratulations, Philip. You invited 31 friends to Robinhood. You cemented yourself as a top Robinhood influencer. At this point, you'll stop receiving free stocks because you hit the limit. However, you can still invite friends. So that should add the credibility that, you know, I hit the limit. Robinhood has sent me an email letting you know I can't get no more than $500. But that is how I started. And everybody, comment below questions right now. So when I go through and read them, I can help answer, because I don't want to ramble too long. I really want to get to brass tacks. But so I took my first $500, and then I just, you know, YouTube University, finding mentors, figuring it out. And so now I'm going to tell you all what I figured out and how to become profitable. And I've also lost my shirt in there, but I've also, I'm Mike, I like this and I like what you're doing, because when I was in college for one of my final exams, the teacher would tell you, you have to teach the class something, because if you could teach the class something, then you truly know it. And so what you are giving me today is the opportunity to show that I really know this. And that will give me the confidence to go do the crazy things that I'm planning to do next week. So with the stock market. So today we're going to talk about stock market investing, how to get started with, you know, in general. We'll talk about the difference between Forex and crypto briefly. We'll talk about Webull and Robinhood. I really want to talk about an investing foundation, like how to really start setting up for our retirement. Because a lot of people, you know, I understand you have bills, you have a light bill, you have things you want to pay. You want to show somebody you made $1,000. You want to, you know, stick it to somebody. So you want to make a lot of money really fast. But I try to tell a lot of people who work with me, operating from that sense of urgency, it's probably why you always have that sense of urgency when it comes to money anyway. You're always operating and I have to get it for this and that. And you're never thinking ahead. And so stocks is a way to say, you know what? I already have my job. I already have my business. I'm already making money, you know, doing Forex or whatever opportunity I am. I need to start stashing some money away. You get what I mean? And saving money, just sitting it, letting it pile up, isn't making you any money when you could just throw it into Disney like I'm about to show you and make a whole bunch of money from your extra dollars while you're still working on your business, while you're still doing your job. Because, you know what I mean?
So
go ahead, Mike.
If I had 2,000 in my savings account, right? So we're saving, you know, say if I have 2,000 in my savings account, I'm going to use some disposable income. So say I use 1,000 of that. You're stating use 1,000 of, you know, whatever you got saved, or percentage of whatever you got saved to start dabbling into the stock market. So I can start making that money work for me in a sense.
Yes, very much, bro. And okay, so great. We're gonna get right into that. That'll open it up. And we're gonna talk about trading options tonight. We're gonna talk about penny stocks, and then we'll talk about how to set goals, man. So Mike, before I get started, because I want to share this to a couple of groups while I'm doing this. It's taking like 3 seconds.
I know that. Give some shout outs while you're doing that.
What are some of the questions that you would like me to answer or ask or reveal or show in a sense?
I like your blueprint that you got already. Right. Okay. So we definitely, people need to know the difference between Forex and crypto. But before we even get to Forex and crypto, that options and penny stocks, I think a lot of people have heard about penny stocks and have been and think, you know, and say, hey, I can make a ton of money in penny stocks with $5. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but it's tempting, but we don't know how to do it. So I want you to teach us about it. So if we can go in that direction with options and penny stocks, just to start teaching people, you know, the terminology that they should be paying attention to.
Yeah, right? I think that is the main point. So good. I think this thing I was trying to upload came through. I just want to make sure all my stuff is up and it's in chronological order. So that makes me happy, man. Because I really want to show people off the gate, okay, here's the potential, here's how much money you can make. And, you know, this is why I choose this type of trading over a lot of things. I think I'm comfortable just showing you my phone for now. Are you able to see everything clear?
It looked good before. We can work it out.
Cool. Because
get the information right, folks. Jasmine,
hey.
What's up? Welcome to the live stream. Yassine, welcome to the live stream. Mani, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. Patrick, Zipporah, Joel, everybody, welcome to the live stream. Make sure you drop your questions down below. Obviously, as he talks, I'm going to pull out more questions, and I'm going to get curious, and we're just kind of going to go flow with this thing.
Yes.
And so definitely take notes on all the hot points.
Yes, because we're gonna talk about some money right now, real quick. I'll make sure we catch your attention. I don't want to talk. I hate when I watch webinars in person. It's like on Wednesday. So okay, so let's talk about. Let's say you already know what you're doing. You want to make money, and you want to see something crazy like what happened last week, which is Disney. Let me pull this up. I want to make sure you see this. Do you see this at the bottom? It says plus 845%.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, well, plus $845.
Bottom right. Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so Mike, pull out a calculator if you could, please. I'm going to explain to you how this is possible with less than $100. Like, how did this even happen? Let me also give you the disclaimer. Opportunities like this happen every single day in the market. The reason why I can't really focus on too many other things, like, a lot of my friends are into Forex, and I like it because, Forex is a good profitable way to make money. But with the stock market, when I show you an opportunity of like taking $100 and making it $800, you'll see why it takes up I would rather spend like all weekend focusing on that, because I'm just doing one trade. You understand? I'm doing 1 or 2 trades a week. I'm not trading all day long because I'm just lazy. I'm not trying to say I'm lazy. I'm very ambitious, but I constantly think of the tortoise and the hare.
You're saying you said focus all weekend. What does that mean? Focus all weekend.
So all weekend, right? I'll sit here and I'll go, for example, when I'm showing you, I'll say, all right, from everything that I've learned and everything that I know, Disney has earnings coming up. It just passed up. Disney has earnings coming up on the 6th. All right. So I'll go look at the chart and I'll go look for good news on Disney. Okay, people are expecting good things from Disney. Disney's going to outperform. Good news. All right. So then I went into the stock options chain, which is something completely different, but we'll explain it. And I said, okay, I'm going to bet $100 in an example, because options is not really investing like in the way I'm about to show you for retirement. Options is a way of swing trading, of making a weekly income, of making like something in the month. You get what I mean? I don't day trade yet. And I'll tell you personally, I only day trade a couple of times, but I'm not comfortable day trading yet. I really feel good just catching the boom. You get what I mean? So
we got a lot of definitions to go over, right?
Okay.
First and foremost, so you're doing research over the weekend about Disney, right? News clips, any specific sites you're going to, or
I'm gonna show you. I'll show you all the sites I'm going to. There's a lot of websites I go to, but in general, you can probably just Google notable earnings for the week of, and then just put the week. And then there's so many analysts that'll tell you Disney's coming out this week, Amazon's coming out this week, Apple's coming out this week. And then what you do, or what I've done, is then you'll go check out the chart. And so what I did was, I don't have enough, let's say money to buy 100 shares of Disney at $116, because if you see in the start of the week, that's where Disney was. It was at $116. So you see that? So
you said somebody had $100. We got $100. Disney cost 119. I can't even afford Disney for $116. I only got $100. What does that mean?
Man, I like how you ask great questions, man. So let me just show you here. So let's say you don't have that much money to buy 100 shares of Disney, or even 1 share of Disney. There's a separate thing. It's a lot more riskier. And that's why I said, disclaimer, this is at your own risk. This is for educational purposes. Your losses and gains could go up, down, or stay the same. I don't know. Just educating you on how to do this. So what you can see is options is a way to say, okay, listen, I will pay you a premium price of $87, give or take, to control 100 shares of Disney for the week. I want to control 100 shares of Disney for the week. I'm going to pay you $87. Traders or investors who have 100 shares will say, I'll take you up on that offer. I'll let you control 100 of my shares for $87. In addition, there's going to be some sort of profit that you make and the seller makes. Now, the risk is if you're wrong about this trade and Disney just drops to crap, then you lost $87. So if you're thinking about doing this style of trading or investing, then you better be willing to say, I'm down to lose $87 or $40 going for this. You don't have to lose it all, though. There's a thing called a stop loss. Okay, so that's very important. I think that's a golden nugget right there. Everybody should write down is a stop loss. And what a stop loss does is, let's say, I am a sketchy investor. $87 is all I got to my name, right? I'm going to place a stop loss at $67. That means if the stock drops down and my option is worth $67, I'm automatically selling. I'll take the $20 loss, but I didn't lose all of my money. Do you get what I'm saying? You understand? It's money management.
So these are options. So from your research, you're going to think about getting into some options, right?
Right.
Now, so, where do you find somebody to give you control of their stocks? Like, I'm just going to give you control of my stocks. I got 11 stocks that I spent $1,100 on. I'm just going to give you to control them.
Okay, so in Robinhood, you see this is called the options chain. Let me tilt my my screen up. But in Robinhood, this is called the options chain. Now you see here on the, what do you call this side? I don't know, the left side. You see the 87 cents. You see that?
Yep.
And you see it says 132 call. Okay, so we're going to use that as an example. This is the current price. I can't get you the previous price. So the previous price, let's just say give or take, was about the same amount of money. You get what I mean? It was about $87. Okay, so let me show you the details inside the option or how options work. Okay, so let's recap. So inside Robinhood, we said Disney has earnings coming up. We think Disney is going to blow the box out of earnings and they're just going to do very well. We're willing to risk $87 by buying an option, which is a contract between you and another seller that you can do through Robinhood. Don't have to talk to nobody. Don't have to do nothing. Robinhood automatically sets up the option chain for you. And you can say, I want to buy this option for $87. The seller will allow you to control this option for the set amount of time. The risk that you're assessing is if Disney doesn't do, good, then you place a stop loss. You might lose $20-$30, but you don't lose your shirt. You get what I mean? But if Disney does well, then
I can buy a second shirt.
Okay, so we'll get into the option. Right, I can second shirt. So the option has a thing called the Greeks, and this is what you need to pay attention to. And you see this Greek, it says 669 delta.
Yep.
Okay, what this means is that's how much you're going to earn for every dollar that the stock moves. Okay, so let's just round that up and say the delta is 67 cents. All right, now I control 100 shares. So you could say the delta is $67. Okay, so remember I also said, I showed you that the option says it's 87 cents, right? 87 cents. Okay, so that's 87 times 100. That's why I keep reiterating that you're paying $87.
Okay. Because
I'm paying a premium to control this 100 shares. How the investor who has the money is making money from this is 80% of the time people are wrong. You get what I mean? So he's gonna be pocketing premiums all week long. Hey, give me your $80. Give me your $80, right? If someone is right, he doesn't lose anything. He just has to sell you the stock at that price. You get what I'm saying? He just like, oh, well, I have to give it to you at 116, even though it's worth more now. Do you get what I'm saying?
Wow.
So he still has to sell it, and he's still gonna make money either way. But it's just a way sellers make money, hoping that novice or people going in there just don't know what they're doing, and you just give them money. Some people just use that as a strategy to make money in the stock market. It's selling premiums.
So this is an alternative way to make some money in the stock market, because what most people think is that, hey, I got $1,000, I'm gonna go buy $1,000 worth of stock, and then I'm gonna walk away, let it go up, let it go down, whatever the case, it's gonna sit and hold. You're moving money. You're like, hey, I need to make a weekly income,
right,
So here's my strategy: research, options, weigh my risk, right? And just pay attention to my numbers.
Yes, I mean, yeah, you'll be watching it like this, like. Oh, I'm gonna keep reiterating myself so that it resonates with you, because then you'll see the end result and you'll understand. So we think Disney's gonna go up. We went to the option chain because we don't have a lot of money to buy Disney. We have $87. We saw the option chain and said, hey, you can control 100 shares at 87 cents a piece, $87. And I'm gonna pay you $67 for every dollar that it goes up while you control it. You get what I'm saying? So while every dollar it goes up, I'm gonna pay you $67, while you control it. Now you can sell this at any time. Okay. So let's see what happened. All right. So you got a calculator, right, Mike?
Yes, got it.
Okay.
Ready.
So Disney on and I'll tell you the numbers to input. But so Disney on August 3rd was at 116, right? We're gonna use round numbers, right? Was at 116. On August, Disney went to 130. Look at that. That is crazy. Look what happened after earnings. Like, that is ridiculous, bro. It went from 116 to 130 in 3 days.
14 hours, 47 cent increase on the price.
Boom, perfect, man. You smart, man. So okay. So now let's so it moved up $14, right? So the stock option told us, while the stock is in our possession, every dollar that it moves up, they're going to give me $67 according to the delta. According to the delta, this option pays $669. So we'll just say $67 for every dollar that it goes up. So what is 14 times 67?
14 times 67. That's $938.
All right, $938 minus our option premium of $87, because it was $2 out of the money when I show you the last part. But let's go minus $87.
That's $851.
All right, now if I show you the Disney option out of the money and I try to explain it to you now, how can $87 become $845, give or take, because we were using round numbers. Now does that now you get how this makes sense. You use $87 on Disney, you bought the option, all right. The option moved, the stock moved itself $14 in your possession. All right. So when the stock moved $14 in your possession, it went up because it went up $67 each dollar it went up, minus what you paid for it, right? You in total made $1,085 minus the premium that you paid, the $87. You came out to what, $851, or like I have here, about $845, because we're just using round numbers, and give or take implied volatility and a bunch of other stuff that I don't want to tell you. It's too complicated, because there's another number that you have to fight, and I guess I'll just bring it up now while we're here. But there's another person in here that is fighting you. So that delta looked good, but let me show you the enemy.
Kind of like bidding for this person's stock.
Yeah, so the enemy is under it. His name is Theta, and Theta is Greek for time, right? And that time says 21 cents. That means every day that this stock is in your possession, they're going to try to take $21 from you. So it's in your best interest that you make these decisions when you think a good move is going to happen or a good jump is going to happen, because then you can profit from it, and the time decay from holding an option for too long won't eat away at your profits. You get what I'm saying? Because if I would have, let's say I would just like, oh, I like Disney, I think it's going to keep going up, and I'm holding it forever, right? I'm holding this option because I think it's going to keep going up because I don't like money for some reason, and I'm not taking profits. I don't know. I'm just saying it like that because that's something that I've learned also. I got to learn how to take profits more. You get what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, it's going to go to the moon, right? But
so if you're holding, thinking, oh, it's going to just keep going because I'm going to make more money. So instead of kind of being grateful, taking your win and setting up for the next one.
Yeah.
You let it go up because potentially it can go up kaplunk.
Right. Yes. And that has been my biggest lesson that I've been trying to implement this week and trying to teach myself. is stop being scared of money, Phil. It's already a great profit. Just take it. It was more than what you would have made at a job. And let's even divide that up. $800 divided by 5. I don't know. I'm trying to just do this in my head real quick. I don't. What is that? I don't know. $160 a day. So me making this one decision over the weekend, if I were to say, oh, how much am I making during the week? It's $160 a day. I made one really good decision. The stock went up, and that's options trading. That's something that I promise, that's something you got to put your 100 hours in. You really need to watch more videos than just this video today and get inspired and go out there and go buy an option. I promise you don't do it, because there's two variables that I want you to consider right now. Is you also have to learn how to enter a trade and exit a trade. And so what I mean by that is, you see how Disney was up at 130, but you see that good dip right after. And that dip wasn't too long after that. That little dip that kept boom. The dip after is because, stocks don't go up into infinity. Eventually, the investors and analysts and people at big banks decide, what they think. I'm not going to go any higher than this. I'm stopping right here. You get what I mean? So you also have to have that mindset of, well, what do you want? So I've learned, hey, if it's at 100% profit, if it's at 200%, what am I thinking? This is more than I normally ever make. Take it and run and go and work on the next one and get to the next. You get what I'm saying?
I get you. Progress, man. Patience,
right.
Progress and patience.
And so while we're here, we're gonna get to like something that's not as active as this. I want to just show you really quick that this isn't what is it? Anomaly. This isn't like, oh, that's just Disney. No, let me now that you know what you know, right? This was Apple on July 30th at $384.76. Right? Oh my gosh. Listen. Oh, just listen to your intuition sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you'll just look at something and go, I don't know. And then, oh my gosh. Okay, so then the next week, Apple.
Sheesh.
And I don't even want to do the calculations. I don't want to know. I really don't want to know, man. I don't. The Greek on that option was $44. So Apple will pay you $44, or that person will pay you $44 or $45 for every dollar that it had moved up. So if you want to do the math on it, you would say 455 minus 455 minus 384 is what? $71 times $45, let's say.
Wow, $3,100.
$3,100 minus, let's say your option price would have been $353.
Now, what was that time frame? Apple was 380 at one day
on July 30th,
and then it went up
on August 6th.
Not even a week, pretty much.
Not even a week.
So if you played your cards right, that would have been a $2,800 week, right? But
listen to your gut.
So here's the deal, though. Thinking long term, being consistent, thinking constantly doing my research. That could have been Apple, and that could have been several other companies and stocks that you're working with at the same time.
Right. Yes.
So you know what I mean? So that $2,800 could have been a $3,500, $4,500 week.
And my mentor, the person who's teaching me, I have 3 mentors in this, by the way, if you really want to know. I'm really into this. And I know where I'm at. Yeah, I am profitable where I'm at, but I could be doing better, as in I'm passing up opportunities like Apple. Like I don't know. It's funny because I had the money for it and I don't know what. I was just like, I don't know. But see, and then the same accord today, I chose a stock called like Cisco. And I said, oh, Cisco will probably be earnings. I'm gonna jump in there. And Cisco did a really good jump up right before earnings. And I got nervous. So I was like, oh, it's at 20%. Like, my money's at 25%. I know my rules. I'm taking it. You get what I'm saying? I'm just going to take the money. If I lose out on Cisco later, I'll figure it out tomorrow morning, because the stock market has a limited time frame. So I took my money, and then this is why I say we live in a weird time, because then Cisco beat earnings just like Disney did, just like Apple did, but Cisco dropped like $3, which isn't a crazy loss. You probably, like, if you paid $100, you probably just lost $22, in like an hour. But that was me also sticking to my rules. I said, hey, it's at 25%. That was my goal today. I wanted to get 25-30% on my money. I kind of just jumped into Cisco without doing too much research. I got a stop loss. I'll take this money. And then I thought it was going to skyrocket and I was going to miss out. And then it kind of tanked a little bit. And that it just threw me off. So I will like to say we live in an uncertain market right now, where the reason why Cisco didn't go crazy once I've done my research is because Cisco didn't do better than it did last year, like Disney did and Apple did. Apple and Disney did better than it did last year in a pandemic. So that is impressive. You get what I mean? Wow. Cisco just did good.
They were closed most of the time. Sheesh.
Right. and they were closed most of the time. And that's I think we had this discussion privately in the chat before, but that's when Disney really revealed that they own entertainment. You get what I mean? So every time you watch ESPN, Fox News, you watch that, you watch television. Disney probably owns the channel that you're watching. You get what I mean? They showed that in their earnings, but Cisco, why it didn't have such a boom and kind of disappointed me, quite honestly, was, while they did good during the pandemic, they didn't outperform where they are. And I guess that makes investors very uncertain, because it's like, dang, now you're competing with companies like Zoom and Microsoft, who has meetings, and Workhorse, who does different electrical things. And you have all these different infrastructure companies who are kind of moving in on Cisco with 5G. And so it kind of showed at that moment that if Cisco doesn't bring in some kind of 5G type of something to their portfolio, then people are going to just always think of them as that college router, infrastructure system for buildings. You get what I mean?
Wow.
But before,
so I know we want to talk about some goal setting stuff tonight too. But question: why do you think that why do you think a lot of people don't do investing? You know what I mean? Like, from what you can explain, and there's a lot that you can tell there's a lot of substance there. Simply taking a few notes, like, research options, research stop loss, pay attention to my risk, things like that. You know what I mean? Why do you feel that people don't take the leap into investing?
I honestly believe, and this is just my opinion, I honestly believe it is an education barrier, just like anything else. It's one of those things where people don't particularly understand it. They don't get it. They don't see a need or a physical way of, how is this going to make me money today, tomorrow, next week? And how do you get started, and what do you do? So forget it. You get what I mean? I don't have time, especially when I break down the limitations and the rules within the stock market versus other opportunities that you could have to make money. And that's why I'll talk about, like, why, I'll say a lot more people will join Forex or something like that before jumping in the stock market. But the stock market offers a unique opportunity that none do. So I guess to really elaborate on your question, it's honestly because, when I see the people who I follow, like the mentors, this is almost all of what they do, other than business consulting and real estate and stuff. But this is kind of where I learned it from. And they do this on a daily basis for 30 minutes. And that's kind of what enticed me about it. And when I asked them, like, well, why doesn't everybody do this? He simply says, well, who's going to teach this to you? And everybody who does know this doesn't really want to teach this to you. They would rather you just work for them than to tell you how to profit, how the same way they are. CEOs get stock options. CEOs get stock shares. People get paid in stock shares all the time. So they're very aware of it. But there's this thing, or a thing in the market called retailers versus hedge funds. And retailers are people like you and I, who don't have a bunch of analysts in a big building analyzing all these stocks every day and being able to do Apple, Amazon, and Disney all in the same day. I'm only one person. I can only catch, okay, I know Walmart earnings is next week. So let me get ready to set up for Walmart's earnings and really, think that Walmart's earnings are going to do good. So when I explain it to some people in comparison to other opportunities, it just sounds too difficult, but it's really not. If I broke it down to you in a very simple way of how I did it, it was, I did so much research. I found that Robinhood and Webull were the easiest ways to get started, right? Robinhood, easy, simple way to get started.
Mm-hmm.
Set up your account, you deposit your money. They give you an opportunity to make at least $500 for free. Oh, I'm in there. I can recruit people. All I did was go live every day saying, who wants free stocks? I don't know what you're doing, but who wants free stocks? And I did it for like 2 weeks straight. And I just went live every single day. And I just told people my plans and how I'm gonna get in the stock market. And that's when I started noticing, I guess what you're gonna say, why people don't join. And let me know if I ever get off topic. Feel free to cut me off and let me know if I'm getting off topic. But okay, so like to address like the big elephant in the room, a lot of people want to know, well, what's the difference between Forex and stock trading and cryptocurrency? Like, what are you doing? Because I thought stocks was, I got to buy Apple with $116 and then go up to $130 and I make $14. That's stupid. I would never do that. But now you're showing me that I can make $800, but it's so complicated with theta, gammas, and da-da-da-da. I would rather
make that point, Phil. Before you make that point, let the folks know what Forex is. Know what Forex is.
Okay, so in comparison to the stock market, the Forex market is amazing in comparison. It's so more liberating. The stock market, the Forex market is the foreign exchange market. It's where you can buy and trade currencies, and currencies go up and down in volume, price throughout the day based on several different economic factors, different types of trades and all this sort of things. You really have to look into it. But basically, it's the foreign exchange market where people will basically say, I'm going to put $1,000 of my money because I think, the euro will go up versus the American dollar. If the euro goes up, then they'll make money. You get what I mean? Or they might do the same thing in the stock market. You could sell or do a put, meaning you think that the euro is going to make less money. So you are going to inverse the pair and say, I think it's going to go down. So I want to make a profit on the difference of those currencies.
So you're investing in the success of countries.
In a sense. And in a sense, you're investing on that country's currency's economy doing better than somebody else's economy. And to give you a visual picture of it, imagine you take $100, right? And you fly to Europe, and then you're at the airport and you exchange your $100 for 90 euros, right? And while you're in Europe for the week, euros raise in value, and now your same euros when you get back to America are now worth $150 because the euro for some reason just was worth more. And that's also why I'm gonna get into why I don't do Forex. But what I'm saying is, then that's the concept behind it all. You had $100, you went over to Europe, you bought some euros price increased, you went back to America, sold it, now you made $150, which you're saying $100. It's just people are doing this digitally. And the thing with is that explaining it? That's
perfect. Okay. I get it. Fans, y'all get it? Y'all get it in the comments?
Yeah, let me know if you guys get it, because that is breaking it down in its essence. So
you can always go back and watch the replay too, guys.
Okay, so to explain the difference, so Forex is far more liberating, I would say. You can virtually trade unlimited times. It's 24 hours, 5 days a week. You can sell if the market's going up. You can sell if the market's going down. There's probably 10 to a few pairs that you can choose from: euro to US dollar, Canada to US dollar, Japanese yen to German, pounds, whatever. So there's not a lot of variety. This is something that you can master. And there's something that my friends that I know, my friend James or Aaron or my friend Jack are pretty good at, are pretty good at trading options. And the reason why I would think, not them per se, but the reason why I would think somebody who makes money in this way would look at stock market is I don't know, is because the stock market is very limited. So the stock market, if your account is less than $25,000, you can only trade 3 day trades a week. That means you can only do 3 day trades a week. It's called the pattern day trading rule, because that's the core difference between Forex and stock is Forex is trading. It's not necessarily investing. You're trading money for money, and stocks is investing into a company's performance.
Wow,
And that's,
I've never heard it that way before.
you know what I
And that's memorable right there. I like that. I like the way you
mean?
said that. So Forex is typically trading money for money.
Yeah.
And with stocks, you're actually investing into, physical companies that are here.
Right.
So
Into somebody's performance. And the thing that I like about or the difference is, can you be profitable in both? Yes, certainly. You can definitely be profitable in both. But the reason I don't focus on Forex so much is because, like I said, man, there are so many good weekly, daily opportunities in the stock market. I can't sit there and look at a chart every day and try to figure out patterns and understand. I just can't. I mean, I've done it. I've done it 5 years ago. I tried Forex for a year. So this isn't something that I haven't put in, but it takes a lot of time and persistence and a way to understand charts.
Mm-hmm.
With stocks, you don't necessarily have to be an analyst. And I'm going to show you how you could make a retirement income from stock investing, but you couldn't do that same opportunity in Forex. And I'll show you the main advantage of stocks and why I chose the difference. So the main thing between me, after I've tried, doing foreign exchange market, is my main mission, and you know me, Mike, is I don't really like doing things for money. I'm just not that type of person. We'll talk about it in goals. So that's at essence what Forex is. It's just trading money for money. So there's not a lot of meaning behind it for me. You get what I mean? So, and even though it is profitable, I don't just do things for money. So since it doesn't resonate with me, I don't find passion for it. But when I know, oh, Apple's doing this, Microsoft's doing this, and they're trying to solve this problem, and this person's creating a vaccine, I don't know. That makes me feel like I'm investing my money into something, and I kind of know what's going on, and it just makes me feel like, it's more meaningful. That's why I said the difference is that is trading and stocks is investing. You get what I mean? And while you can trade options, you are investing into the performance of Disney. Because okay, I got it. Sorry, it really kind of made me click how I can make this very simple. So, if I have $1,000 in the Forex market, I have to actively trade this pair and be relatively good at it. I think, if you're a really good trader, you don't have to be the best. You just have to be relatively good at it. But if you had that same amount of money and you left it in the stock market and you didn't know how to analyze not one chart at all, didn't know how to do anything, you would probably still make money. You know what I mean? Because that's what Warren Buffett does. So let's move on to the big core part of this whole meeting, is building a foundation of investing. Now, a lot of people will say, well, Forex is a $55 trillion or, a huge $1 trillion market. And the stock market is only a $55 billion market. Why would you want to be inside of a smaller market? The thing that people need to understand is it's the United States stock. So because you are in America or in Canada or, Europe and China, you have a limited opportunity that the world doesn't have. There aren't stock exchanges in every country. You understand? There isn't a New York Stock Exchange. This is something that is an opportunity given to us. You get what I mean? That nobody in the world can take a part of unless they have a broker that allows them to, participate. But this is our thing. So, of course, Forex is a huge market because it's incorporating the entire world, whereas stocks is mainly just like United States, Canada, a little bit of China, and a little bit of Europe. But it's not big, not because it's worth less. It's like saying toilet tissue. Let's use paper goods. That's better. Paper goods is a $1 trillion industry, but Apple is still more valuable. I would rather have an iPhone, than some tissue. However, it would be easier to sell tissue in every country. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So Forex is easier and will make you a lot of money in the short term, but having an iPhone and making one sell of an iPhone will probably just make you more money, or not, in my opinion, probably will make you, if equal, if not more money with less effort, because you're using other people's performance. Not only that, but you are increasing your net worth. When you own a stock, it goes towards your net worth. So now you actually have a savings that goes towards your net worth. So, not to beat down on either or. I just don't think they're comparable. I don't think it's a versus this or that. I think it's find what's best for you and go for that. I've tried both, and I just kind of went with what resonates with me more. Like I said, if you like Forex, I know a lot of good traders who make some really good money, but to me, maybe I can't make good money in it because it's just not my thing. The rate of return isn't that good to me. You get what I mean? If I put $100 into Forex and I make $20 or a $30 profit, I would have thought to myself, I should have put that $100 into Disney. I should have put that $300 into Apple the other day. Why would I spend $300 to make $100 on Forex when I could have made $100 and turned it to $800 in the stock market? But then again, you would have had to known how to do that. And so I understand why people look at me like, Phil, man, you're missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm like, Mike, you know me, man. I've been at this since 2012. Trust me. I think it's a good opportunity, but they're just two different things. I don't think it's a versus or a this or that. I think they're just fundamentally two different things. Forex
Phil, I gotta stop you right there, Phil. We're coming to our hour mark. We might have to do a part 2. Because it's really good. A lot of nuggets, and I think that the people that were here tonight would love to see you come back again in a few weeks or something like that and talk more about what you've been doing with a simple app. I mean, I think that's phenomenal. Like I got the Robinhood app myself, and I just started doing automatic debits into the account just to build up the balance. And I'm definitely going to dabble with what you just explained tonight. Do you have any chats, ebooks, anything that you've been doing about this that you want to share with the marketplace?
Yeah. So we gotta wrap this up in an hour. It's gonna cut off. Is this gonna cut off in an hour?
No, it's not gonna cut off. That's just our window for the show.
Okay, cool, man. So I'm gonna just speed this up for you. This is the most important thing. So this is what the deciding factor for me was with stocks in general. This is what I suggest everyone to start with before you even think about doing options. This right here is called realty income. Look this up. Let this be the first stock you own if you've never owned a stock. And Mike, we'll just use this as the example to really understand the difference. So you see this thing, it said to me, upcoming activity, dividend, $1.17. Okay, so what this says is, because I owned 5 shares of realty income, they're going to give me $1.17 for just having it. So whether that stock went up or down, every single month, realty income, because I had 5 shares at the time, realty income is going to give me $1.17. So let's take this further. Let's just get real quick. Let's get to retirement. So let's say you had 50 shares. Well, now you're getting $11.70 every month. Let's say you have 500 shares. Now you're getting $117 a month. Let's say you had 5,000 shares, which roughly would cost you about $250,000 to $300,000. But you would be making a monthly residual income dividend payment from the stock market of roughly about $2,000 a month. So let's say you were super old and you didn't know what to do, and you had $300,000 from your pension and you had to live life. You would go to Realty Income, buy it. Now I'm showing you, they pay a monthly dividend. Mine is only $1.17 because I only have 5 shares. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my goal is to get to 5,000 shares. You get what I'm saying? And once it's at 5,000 shares, I'm making $2,000 a month from just keeping my money in that stock. It doesn't matter if it goes up or down or nothing. This isn't the only stock like that. This is AM. AM is a water handling company. They want to pay me $20 and a dividend payment of $1.54 because I have 5 shares of that. So every month I'm getting $1.54, and the stock itself went up. So I made $20 from holding the stock, and then because I hold it every month, they're going to give me $1. So like I said, if I just scale that up each year for the next 10 years, I'm good. That's $2,000 a month. That's another $2,000 a month. This one is the Stag Group. Stag, STAG. They make the facilities that Amazon does their facility warehouses that they ship from. These people are never going to go out of business. And these people, they're going to pay me a 24-cent dividend. So because I'm holding my stock there, and I only have 2 shares, that's where I'm at right now, they're going to pay me 24 cents every month that I keep holding those shares. So if I scale that up to 20 shares, that'll be $2.40. If I scale that up to 200 shares, that'll be $240 a month. You mean 2,000 shares, be another $2,000 a month. So as long as I keep buying these with my extra money for the next 10 years, boom, 10 years from now, why even do anything? Because I'm just making money off of dividends because I have money. And that's the reason why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, or you wonder why Warren Buffett becomes this massively wealthy person, because Warren Buffett does have 500,000 shares of Realty Income. He does have 100,000 shares of Stag. He does have 100,000 shares of Coca-Cola. This man is getting monthly dividends of $100,000 every single month for having money. You get what I'm saying?
For having money.
For having money. If you know, I knew we were coming up on an hour. I said, this is the main thing I want to explain to you. That is what took my focus away from, look, I love you, I love, all my Forex traders and people who do other businesses. But that is almost why I feel like I've been jaded and become unrecruitable, because I just want to stack up my dividends, keep buying Realty Income, take my extra money, buy more Realty Income, Stag Group. Oh, earnings play is coming up. I'm gonna just gamble on a little option, because I feel like options aren't technically investing. Options is kind of trading. So I'm gonna play one of those each week. If I profit from that, well, then I'll buy more Realty Income with those profits, and I'm just gonna keep doing this for the next 10 years. And that is what I would invite all of you all to do when it comes to the stock market. Is, yes, you can put your money in so many different places and you could flip it and market it. But at the end of the day, you're going to be this old person who does not want to work. And if you have kids, if you have, somebody who you really care about, let's say, 10 years from now, your kid wants to go to college. Well, start buying Realty Income. Get the the Robinhood app. You go type in Realty Income on the search, stock symbol O, and each week, $50, $60, I'm gonna buy a share. I'm gonna buy a share. I'm gonna buy a share. And you keep buying shares. And the more shares you buy, they keep giving you the dividend. Here's the most impressive thing of all. Let's say you don't want to keep the $1.17. You're like, hey, use that to buy me a fractional share. They'll give you fractional shares with the money that they gave you until they give you a share with the money that they gave you. You know what I'm saying? It's called compound interest. And it is the secret, is the ninth wonder of the world. It's compound interest. So, and on a grant, you know what I mean? So I know I don't want to take up too much of your time, man. Can we at least do goal setting before we finish?
Go ahead. Hit him with the goal setting. Okay,
Mike. All right, we got to do this proactive. So I'm really not trying to take up nobody's time, because I know it's an hour. I promise I'll be really
They're here. They ain't going nowhere. So
okay, cool.
You're giving them some nuggets. So go ahead.
Okay. So, just to recap, boom, 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 Realty Income. Buy that stock. Look into the top 10 stocks. That's what I was going to show you guys. I'm sorry, Mike. I was like, dang, man, I didn't know. So what was I say? So proper goal setting. Let's really do this. So a lot of people ask me, how did I get to California, right? I was in Florida. I declared it. Everybody saw me do it about 3-4 years ago. I'm now in California. I'm doing, pretty well for myself. How do I make that goal happen? And I'm going to do it myself, and then we're going to do it on you, Mike. And then I think everybody will get it. And then I want everybody to do it in their life. All right. So
let's go.
Some people just set a goal like this. I want to go to California. I want $1 million. I want a successful business. And then you operate from this uncertain state. When you want to set a goal exactly, and you want it to happen stronger, you need to start getting into the ridiculous amount of detail about your goal. So when I wanted to go to California, it was boom, the goal, intention, get to California and be stable enough and close enough to Los Angeles, downtown, so that, I can have the opportunities I'm looking for. Okay, where am I going to live in California? What city am I going to live in California? Okay, what apartment or what condo am I going to live in? Oh, okay, this community looks real good. It's gated. How much does that community cost? Oh, okay, they want $1,800 a month. What do they want for the down payment? Oh, they want you to put $500 down to, whatever, to get in. Okay, what other fees are there? Okay, boom. So $3,800. All right. How many miles is Florida from California? Okay, it's 2,800 miles. How much gas is that? Okay, well, if my car gets 30 miles a gallon times three, you break it down. Okay, $380 in gas. So I'm at like $4,000. And that's why I say I don't place my goals in terms of money. If you do that, that's why you don't get what you want. Never place your goals in terms of money. And someone saw me post the other day when I said, I got to put $200,000 down just to get $1 million home. That isn't that bad. That's me affirming to myself of something that I need to believe that it isn't that bad. It isn't that much.
Right.
But I didn't choose the house because it was $1 million. So I'll get to that, but I'll finish the California thing. So I knew how much the apartment cost. I knew how much the gas would cost. I knew each and every hotel that I would stop in. I knew each city that I would stop in. I knew who I was going to see and where I was going to stay. And I was still in Florida. I hadn't left Florida yet. This goal was completely mapped out so intricately that I knew, okay, my apartment, where I'm living, that's 900 square feet. It has a porch, it has a pool, and what I did was, I wish I brought it with me, but I don't have it on me. I bought a virtual reality headset, and I suggest you all to get one. Bought a virtual reality headset. I went to the apartment and I went to virtual reality 3D tour. I put the headset on and I was in it. It wasn't about looking at it and visualizing a picture. I was there. I was in the room. I saw the room. I circled around and used a VR headset. This is the type of life that we're in. So when it came to setting the goal of getting to California, how do you get there and not have such a rough transition? Is I didn't just go. You get what I mean? I didn't just say, how is this going to happen? I knew this is, okay, we got to eat $25 worth of food a day. So if it's going to be, 20 days until we actually get a refrigerator and actually move into a place, we need this much and this much. So the goal was never how much money. It was, what did I want to accomplish? And once the goal was go to California, how detailed can you get about your goal that you can see it, smell it, taste it, hear it, feel it before it happens? Once you got all of that compiled together, then you can go, because then it wasn't a matter of what am I going to do when I get to California. It was, I already know every single step of the way. And I know some people aren't religious or spiritual, but you also have to leave that one space open for the things that you don't know. Is just leave it to God, leave it to the universe, leave it to coincidence, serendipity, whatever you believe in. I say God, but allow that to fill in the gaps of the things that you're not particularly sure how this is going to work out. And so when a goal is so defined and so precise, just know that adversity will come and challenges will come, and they have to come because that's a part of it. The trip wasn't completely smooth. That's why I had fix-a-flat and tire stuff in my car, because I knew that I planned ahead that I need a spare tire and I need fix-a-flat because these things might happen. I need extra gas. So when you plan a goal, it isn't just I'm going to California. It's I know where I'm staying. I know the square feet. I know the wall color. I know what kind of food I'll eat when I get there. I know who I'm going to see when I get there. I know each and every hotel when I get there. I know the first job or the first opportunity or the first independent contractor or the first whatever it is that I'm going to contact when I get there. And now the goal doesn't become a dream or a wish. It now becomes something that is a plan. It's obtainable. So what I've noticed today is, and I'm going to use a personal adversity in my life, is I defined a goal so well for myself today of what type of car I wanted, Mike. I said, this is the type of car I wanted. I want an electric vehicle that gets 50, I got all the details down about it. Oh my gosh, it's so funny because I'm telling you in a positive light, but I was so mad yesterday. And I'm talking fast, but I don't want to take up your time. So I said, this is the exact car I want. I know exactly what I want. Then I said to myself, I really need to work on my cardio. I have to start doing more cardio every day, blah, 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 right? So the other day, this is what I mean by when you manifest a goal and intention precisely, you don't need to let adversity make you think something's not working. You need to let adversity make you realize, oh, it must be about to happen, because what happened after I affirmed my goal and I knew exactly what it is? Man, like a couple of weeks later, now my car brakes done blew out on the car I have now. And it got some brake assist failure and some stability track failure. So the other day I was so mad because the brakes was acting up and I couldn't drive my car, and I had to tow it to the dang dealership. And on my way of walking to Oh No Chicken to go get some dinner, I was mad that it happened, because I was like, I'm just trying to get ahead in life, man. And this freaking, And then while I was walking to Oh No Chicken, I don't know, I just laughed because I was like, well, I did want to do more cardio. I said, and you know what? I must be about to get that car because the old one broke down. So I have no choice now but to get this car. Right. You know what I mean? And so now my goals are structured on something that I want. Now I know the amount of money that I need. I need like an extra $6,000 or something else if I trade this car in to get the other car. Now I know how much money I need because I know what I want. So if the goal was $6,000, you know, what the heck is that going to do? But if you know what the goals are and then you get the money to acclimate for it, that's how it works. Like LeBron James didn't go, oh, I want to make $80 million, like, and then started playing basketball. He was playing basketball to his fullest potential, and then he gets paid the equivalent of that. You get what I mean?
Facts.
You know? And so, Mike, just so we can wrap this up, tell me a good goal of yours or a goal that you have, and then let's do this for the, you know, to wrap this up, I guess, so I don't take up too much time. But yeah, tell me a goal of yours, and I'll try to help you. We'll break it down.
One of mine was a car too, a Maserati Quattroporte with buttercream seats.
Oh, gosh, Mike, what you have good taste. Okay, so Mike, a Maserati with buttercream seats, Mike. So, what is the horsepower of this Maserati?
I don't know. It's probably like it's more than it's V8 or better. It's got to be a V8 or better.
So to help you manifest this goal, the first thing you should not start learning is you need to know what is the horsepower of this Maserati that you like.
All right.
What are the standard inch of the rims that come on this Maserati?
18
inches. So you know. Okay, I gotta look up the horsepower. The inches of the Maserati are 18. What color was the Maserati again?
Metallic blue.
Metallic blue. And what's in the interior?
Buttercream.
Leather, right?
Leather, buttercream leather, yes.
All right, Mike.
Soft,
so
that real soft joint.
Ooh, okay, all right. So the first day that you get this car, right? When you touch it, what do you expect to feel when you first put your hand on the outside of the car? What do you think it's gonna feel like?
It's probably gonna be summertime, so it's gonna be a little warm on the hood, you know, real smooth, and it just got polished up, so it's gonna be nice. Well, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it's gonna feel like. It's gonna just feel like heaven. All
right, perfect. Yeah. So you sit in the Maserati now. Now you're in the seats. What are you smelling? What do you smell when you're in the Maserati for the first time, really taking it home from the dealership?
Just smelling that brand new car scent, and you sit in those seats and they just hug you. They just hug you. You know, you just fall right in, you know, just hug, and then adjust to your height and weight and everything, and then you just grab the steering wheel. You know, you ready? Get your radio, get your music popping. I gotta put on some Jay-Z for that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what's the first song you playing in the Maserati, man? What's the first song, man?
Oh man, I don't know. First song came to my head was "Song Cry" for some reason. I don't know why, but I love that song.
And I guess last but not least, man, when you take it home, what's the first road that the Maserati has to be on your way home?
What's that route?
Like the main road.
What's that road over there? God, dog, I don't forget my highways. 286. I'm flying down 286. We out.
Flying down 286. Perfect. Great. Thank you, Mike.
I'm getting pulled over and everything because I'm opening it up.
Perfect. Okay. Yo, that's perfect for the whole exercise. So now, how much does it cost? How much is this Maserati?
That's probably easy, $100,000.
Okay, we need to know the exact price of the Maserati, man. I need to know the exact price.
Let me see. Let me Google it. Maserati Quattroporte.
Ooh, it just sounds amazing, man.
Let's see. With all the bells and whistles. Yep, starting 103 990. Told y'all.
$104,000, and then it's horsepower. It got horsepower on there.
V8. Yep, like I said earlier.
V8. Perfect. Okay. Yes. All right. We did this perfect. Now, Mike, I'm pretty sure there's some videos on YouTube that you can watch of the car driving. I'm pretty sure there's probably a virtual reality video. Probably could watch and see what the inside of the car is on. And that's kind of what I suggest for you to do next. But let's kind of go into like what we just did right now, because that is proper goal setting. That what you just did is how we should be setting our goals, and everybody who's watching should think of their goals. See, if your goal was $104,000, what's that going to do? But now we know your goal is, and I guess we'll go down the list, is a Maserati with what's all the details about it now? What we got?
We got a metallic blue Maserati Quattro Port with buttercream seats, V8 horsepower, 18-inch rims. I might even go 19s. I should be able to get 19s because their tires are huge, man.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it, man. It's very impressive
when they drive, man. Man. Oh man, I know we got to go, but I actually went to a dealership, right? That had brand new Maseratis, right? I went in there, I was about to buy that day, and that's that day, right? So I was like, I walked in there, I said, I want to see a metallic blue Maserati Quattro Port, and if you got one with buttercream seats, great. Right? So he showed me a metallic blue Maserati Quattro Port. I sat in it and I was like, oh, this is amazing. Yes. Obviously, he didn't know I had a 1997 Mitsubishi Galant sitting in the parking lot. The window didn't roll down at the time. This was years ago.
Right.
Maserati.
Yes. That is what you do. Those are the next steps I was going to say. Watch some videos of it, go to the dealership, allow them to actually see it and touch it. Because here's the thing that we all have to wake up and realize is that object, that goal that you want is there. It is sitting in an actual parking lot right now. All you have to do is align your energies with it. Now, if it was just, oh, I want a Maserati or I want $104,000, that type of goal is so vague. And so your energy is always going to operate from this vague, energy. But now your energy is more centered. Your focus is more centered on the goal. It's just not now, in the last 5 minutes, it's just not, I don't want a Maserati anymore. It's, I want a Maserati. I know this and this about it. I know the street I'm going to drive it on. I know how I'm going to feel about it. I know what music I'm going to play when I get in it. I know what road I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to watch videos about it. And putting yourself into this realization that, wow, like I really do feel it, is what starts bringing and attracting the opportunities and all the things that's going to start bringing you towards the Maserati without you always focused on, oh, I got to get this money. Oh, I got to get the Maserati. Oh, my goal is this. No, the Maserati is set. You already set it in motion. Now, everything you do after, all the live videos and all the business deals you do, all of that, all these increased sales that come out of nowhere because of whatever, it's because you became certain with what you want to attract. You became very, very certain and very, very detailed that the universe, that God, or anybody with the law of attraction knows exactly what you're looking for. It's never changing. It's not, I want an exotic car or a Lamborghini. It's not like that. It's now you know exactly. It's this exact type of car that I would like to experience. I don't want it anymore. I would like to have it. You know what I mean? And that kind of is the right proper way to set goals. And that's the way I set goals. And that's how I found that my house was $1 million, because I blocked out all the prices of the houses and I just went for the house that I liked. And I said, wow, I really like this house. Then I found out it was $1 million. And, but now I know the house is 2,500 square feet. It has 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. It has like a miniature golf course on the side. It has its own, has 0.3 acres of land in the backyard. It has 2-car garage, already comes furnished. And now I know how much it costs. I know the address. I did the virtual tour. Yeah. Now I operate in that energy of, I set my intention. I bury it, in my heart. And every day I nurture it with light and water, metaphorically, by just working on my business and doing what I can and just trusting the process that when I'm ready for it, it will come into my life. And a lot of people don't think that. They're like, oh, I want to be millionaires. But are you really ready for the responsibility? Because you see what happens to celebrities when they're not ready to be in that position. You go nuts. So you should be happy sometimes and redefine what success is to you. Success might not be a mansion or a Maserati or a Lamborghini or an electric truck like I want. Success to you might just be something simple, a nice house for your family and just a nice car. You get what I mean? So define those goals. Don't define it in terms of money, because money, it comes and goes. Money comes with how you operate and how you think about it. And that's the proper way to set goals. So I guess to wrap it up, Mike, so I won't take up no more of you guys' time. The way I came up with this, and the lesson behind all of this is I learned this from my dad. So my dad, or the man who raised me, is the man who I call my dad. Now, I'm a birth dad, but here's my dad. So my dad, this will be 1 minute, promise. My dad told me, hey, I'm gonna go buy this Cadillac CTSV today. Come with me. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we go get the CTSV. First thing he wants to do is just wash it. I don't know. You just got it. It's clean. But he wants to wash it himself. So we go to the car wash, and one of his coworkers who is there, sees him. He goes, Ronnie, you really got the Cadillac. I can't believe it, man. This is an expensive car.
Uh-huh.
And my dad goes, yeah, yeah, it's expensive. You know what I'm saying? But I want to, I like it, So the guy goes, man, he wasn't trying to throw shade, but this is just how people are. It's just not saying he was being envious, but maybe it's just the energy that he operates in. He didn't realize he was speaking in satire. He said, man, Ronnie, for the price that you paid for that car, you could have got 2 cars. I mean, me and my wife could have got a car for the price that you got that car, right? Mm-hmm. And my dad said, that's true. And he was like, so then, we work the same job, probably make about the same amount of money. Mm-hmm. Why did you get that then? Why did you do that? And my dad taught me a lesson right then and there that I extend to all of you when it comes to goal setting. Is my dad told him something very simple, but it was very profound to me at the time. He said, I got what I like, man. I like this car. This is what I like. And if I'm going to hate paying for something every month, at least it'd be something that I like. He said, you pay for those 2 cars every month, but you don't like those cars. So every month, when you look at this car that you got dirty that you don't like, and then you go to a job that you don't like, you don't feel motivated at your job because you're just paying for things that you don't like because you're just trying to be frugal or be cheap and not really go for what you want. He said, but I'm gonna be feeling just like you. I'm gonna be struggling and I'm gonna be paying these bills just like you. And I'm gonna go to work like you, but I'll be more motivated when I'm at my job because I'm doing it for things I like.
I love it.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much they cost. It's what do you like?
Yep.
And so that's why you got to set goals the right way, man, because I honestly believe stop going for the $100 a day. Stop going to be a millionaire. Stop going for the mansion and Lambo and Ferrari. Redefine what success is for you. Figure out what those goals are and really get intricately detailed into what that goal is. The goal isn't just being this or that. The goal is break it down. You need to come up with 10 things about this goal that really give you all the details of the goal. I don't want just a $1 million mansion in Claremont. I want this specific house that has 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,500 square feet, 2-car garage, fully furnished with 0.3 acres of land. You see what I'm saying? It already feels like I know it. I feel it when I say it every single time. So
I love it. We appreciate you, Phil. Appreciate you for coming through, man. What an awesome night. Tons of information. We definitely want to have a part 2 on investing. We'll talk about that on the side because they were requesting it. So really, really good stuff. By the next time we meet, I'll be giving you some success stories about what I'm doing with Robinhood. But again, we appreciate you for coming through tonight.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you letting me run it overtime, I guess.
I hope y'all investing in cryptocurrency and digital assets is a wrap. Look,
I say
stuff. Yep. We're gonna talk about all that. Every Wednesday is about money. It's called Wealth Wednesday. So every Wednesday we're gonna have someone, or I'm gonna be breaking down some aspects on how you can get your income up. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Mike Williams. This is Breakthrough Kings. I help men break through their personal barriers, find passion, discover purpose, all while leveraging the internet to create financial independence. Thank you so much for everybody who came through tonight. We appreciate you. We could have probably kept talking for another 2 hours because the information was just that valuable. He's definitely a professional at what he does. Everything that Phil touches, he turns to gold. So definitely going to bring him back, and we're going to talk more about investing, goal setting, mindset. As you can see, he's focused in on what he wants and how to get it, and he don't stop until he get it. So we appreciate him, and we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Robinhood has cryptocurrency too. Look, she done joined the party all late, and she coming in here and talking all stuff. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, Breakthrough Kings, baby.